Hey, this is Mike. It's time for another episode of the Halftime Mike podcast. And today we're going to be digging into the digital sales funnel. Talking about sales funnels. It's one of those topics that I get a lot of questions about, and it's time to give an overview on it and explain just how it works. Kind of the overview and a simple plan so that you could get started with your own. All right. But first, before I dig into that, I got a special offer again today. You know that we're running a giveaway for the Halftime Mike podcast listeners with a free ticket to Social Media Strategies Summit New York City, which is held October 17 to 19. And I am giving away a free ticket. We're going to draw at the end of September. So you can come on over to MikeGingrich.com and apply for that free ticket. All right, so come over to MikeGingrich.com, and on the right sidebar of any page, you will see the blue hashtag SMS Summit. Win a free ticket to Social Media Strategies Summit. Again, that's going to be in the middle of October in New York City. And with the Halftime Mike podcast, you have a chance to win a free ticket. So enter now for a chance to win. And let's keep going now and dive into the digital sales funnel basics. All right. So when we're talking about a sales funnel, everyone wants to grow more leads on their website. One of the big gap points that they have is the lack of a complete sales funnel strategy on their website. Just having a website is not enough. Just having a contact page on your website is not enough. There has to be a strategy to capture them when they're on the website, and then also a strategy of what do you do with them afterwards, and even how do you get them to the website. All right, so that is what we're going to talk about today. And I was just on another Facebook Live with Rich Brooks and Jessica Phillips. We do the Magnet Marketers every Tuesday at 4 p.m. And Rich was our guest here. Agents of Change Conference is his big conference. He has a Flight digital marketing agency up in Portland, Maine, and he wrote a book on kind of a sales funnel process, and he talks about 4 essentials. BARE essentials, he calls them. B-A-R-E is an acronym. Build, attract, retain, evaluate. Build, attract, retain, evaluate. And so that's kind of basics of a sales funnel. And you know, I have my own digital marketing sales funnel that I wrote the book on, Game Plan for Social Media Lead Generation. Again, that's a funnel approach. And it's all about, you know, what you set up. How do you attract the right people? And then how do you engage them, build trust? And then how do you move them from just a fan or a visitor to someone that you can nurture, something that you know, something tangible, a name, an email address that you can follow up with them and build that trust, offer resources, and ultimately and offer and have them in a spot where they know, like, and trust you, so that at that point in time when they are ready to purchase, you are top of mind and they've seen you, done the research on your site with your materials, so that they are ready to go. So that's what we're talking about with the sales funnel. And we want to kind of go into the pieces of that. So I've got some notes here that I want to go through, and some steps just to try to break it down in simple terminology. And first off, again, a reminder that people are not ready to buy typically right away. There's only a small percentage that are in the immediate buy now process. All right, so what you need to be thinking is that many people are in some part of that journey, and if it takes, the research that I've seen says generally it takes 7 steps, 7 points of contact with your business before they're ready to purchase from you, that they have answered all the questions they have, that they know you, they like you, they trust you, they've seen your products, your services, had the questions answered, and done their diligence. And so at that point when they are ready to purchase, they can purchase from you now because of that lifespan of process with you, at least 7 points of contact. And so you're going to have people in various stages of this funnel. We need to move them down. Now, in the first stage, when we talk about a sales funnel, top of the funnel, you know, the biggest part of the top is awareness. This is the first stage. They need to know you exist, right? And you need to get in front of the right target audience, okay? So that can be with content marketing. That can be with digital ads, Facebook ads, Google Ads, retargeting, but it's trying to get in front of the right audience. And we talk about that with Facebook ad demographics. You can do that. You can do that with Google keyword searches for AdWords, so that you can rank for the terms that people are searching for. So you want to get in front of the right people, awareness, and then hopefully you can get them over to your website where they can learn a little bit more about you. And you want to see if you can pique their interest, and that's where I often have some type of soft lead capture opportunity. That would be kind of moving into my second stage, in which is interest. They are aware of you, and now you have sparked them enough that they have some measure of interest in you, or maybe you offering a free ebook or some type of resource that is enough of a value that they have interest in that, and so they want to get a hold of that. They'll give you their name and email address so that they can get this access to this, and that interest allows you to go deeper with them, build some more trust, some more rapport. It's another point of contact with them, and now they're on the email list where you can nurture that further. So interest is perhaps when people have visited your site, and as a result of something, they sign up or they come back. So we want to, again, you can even be retargeting ads. So maybe we reached them on social media, they came to your website, they learned a little bit about you, and then they left, and we retarget them on Facebook, on the web, with an ad. So they see you again, and we know that they've been there because we're retargeting them. So we give them some kind of direct message. Hey, thanks for visiting. Hey, we got something extra for you. Come on back and check this out. And that intrigues them enough that they want to come back. So that is that interest, that they're coming back to immerse themselves a little bit more in what you have to offer, digging a little deeper, products and services. So in my digital marketing funnel, I talked about attract and the right audience, engage that audience. That's what you can do with social media, with commenting, with replying, with thanking them, with giving them a free resource when they come over to your site. And then there's the capture, which is offering them some type of free ebook, that soft lead capture, so that it grows their your email list and allows you to move them from unknown to known, and to really resource them, give them some valuable resources in email. Because again, folks, even though social media is a powerhouse, we're spending lots of time on that, no one is tracking the time that people spend in email. And we are spending time in email. I mean, it's massive. We are all checking our email. We're getting in, so if we can get into the inbox and get that in the primary account, we can be seen and heard and understood. So awareness and interest helps to ultimately drive a decision once trust is built. So I break that down into nurture, lead capture, and then lead nurture, and then that's primarily done via email, but it can also be done via social media. When a fan and a follower, they follow your account, and you're nurturing them with ongoing resources, showing them what you're doing, offering them value, and ultimately that comes down to a point of decision. When they're ready to make a decision, when you make them a special offer, I recommend that's often done via email. It's probably not necessarily as much done via social media, but email can sell. You can have higher return rates of them taking action from an email and a special offer that way. So that's the decision point in the funnel. So we've narrowed them down. The awareness is the broad. Then they're showing some interest. We get a portion of those that we tried to reach that are expressing interest. We want to continue to reach those. That interest one we're trying to go after again and again to try to bring them back. We can't just assume that if they're on our website once, they know enough about us, or they're going to come back. We have to find ways. So retargeting is a way. Getting a lead capture while they're on the website is a way to reach them again and again. You bring them back, and you get into the decision making, where that's a specific offer or they're ready. They've had enough points of contact with you, those 7 steps, that they are now informed, feel that you're credible, feel that you have something of value, meets their needs, and they're willing to make a decision about you to purchase. All right. And then you want to get them to take that action, that they not only made a decision to purchase, but they want to take the action to make it now with you. That's where it's often good in a call to action to be time specific. So you want to, don't just leave it open-ended, but if you're going to run a special offer, when is it going to end? It's going to end in 48 hours, it's going to end in 36 hours, it's going to end in 72 hours, whatever that is, but have the need to force them to take action, and that will help you, move that forward. So awareness, interest, decision, action is kind of, the generalities in the sales funnel process. And so then I talk about the digital funnel as attract, engage, capture, nurture, convert. That's the sales offer, and then evaluate. All right. So my evaluate in the sales funnel is, what do you do? I need to evaluate that. How effective am I in that process? For your sales funnel, it's after the sale. That can be the critical time period. If you've read about the first 100 days, they're making decisions that either the buyer's remorse or buyer's delight. That they're thrilled with what they've got, or they're like, oh my gosh, I made a bad decision. Now I'm stuck. What am I going to do? And so you want to take a look at that after sales process, because number one, that can solidify them for life. Number two, that can offer upsells to you, add-on features, different pieces like that. And number three, it can build trust that they're going to stay with you long term and make more purchases down the pike. So you want to take a look at the after sales process. All right. So that's an overview of the digital funnel process that you want to take a look at. So if talking through the different pieces, awareness, again, going back to that, that's obviously your website can do that, social media can do that, and ads can do that. Even email marketing can do that, but to get an email, they have to know about you somewhere. So awareness factors can be your presence, on posting on social media, Facebook ads, Google AdWords, to get out there to get somebody to your website. And then interest, is hopefully you got to have something on your website, some type of lead magnet, some type of soft lead capture, something of value, some great resources. It can't just be your product or services. They might not be ready to buy yet. Obviously you have to have that listed there, but what else? How is it used? Case studies, examples, resources, those types of pieces that they can read, they can understand, that helps them move forward in their know, like, trust process with you, and that can move them down the funnel, and you can make that special offer so that you can see if they're ready to be at that point of decision and ready to take action. And again, I'm recommending that email, again, if you can do it face-to-face, you can get to that point, that's tremendous, so that you can follow up with that kind of meeting. Maybe it's via video conference, that type of thing. If you can't, I think email is the best way. You're not going to see as many sales with a direct sell offer on Facebook or Instagram or social media in general. And you can run that sometimes with targeted ad and do that. It's not going to be great for your general audience, but email you can, because you've nurtured them. You can walk them down a path, 7 steps. And then see if they're ready for a special offer to make a purchase at a discounted rate or something like that to get started with you. You want them to take action. So that's that overview of the sales funnel, the basics of that. I wanted to go through that. And again, we talk about it in different ways. I like what Rich Brooks talked about, with build. What are the pieces now that you need to build to put this in place? Is it your social media and your posting to drive awareness? Is your ad campaigns? Is it your website? Is that mobile responsive? What are the pieces? Do you have the lead magnet on your site that you need? Okay, that's a critical piece. Then those are the build pieces. The email nurture campaign can be a build piece. The sales offer in the email is a build piece. You got to have these elements. So think through the pieces that you need to build. And what are you going to do to attract? Where is your audience at? Are they on Pinterest? Are they on Facebook? Are they doing Google searches? Where is it that you can get in front of them and attract them? Do you need to put some dollars toward ad campaigns? All right, and then going through the retention process. Once you have them, either in the email nurture or they purchase from you, how do you delight them? How do you make that first 100 days not have buyer's remorse but buyer's delight, so that they want to carry on with you, walk with you, see you as the source going forward, because of your responsiveness to them, because of the way that you have helped them. And keep that business going. His last point there is evaluate, and that's my last point as well. Evaluate, evaluate, evaluate. You need to be taking a look at your traffic, at your lead capture, at your engagement on social media posts. What do you need to tweak? What do you need to change? Things change. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect better results. You're going to need to evaluate it and make modifications. It is a process. The sales funnel is not built once and done. It is built and evaluated, built and evaluated, built and evaluated, and tweaked and tweaked and tweaked. Okay, it's going to involve those things. So I want to highlight those pieces for you. All right, so that's what we're going to talk about today, the sales funnel. And again, to wrap up, I do have that special offer out there. Come on over to MikeEnglish.com and click on any of the sidebars and the blog itself. Come to the podcast page, and you're going to see the big blue call out there to win a free ticket to Social Media Strategies Summit in New York City, October 17 through 19, 2017. And you have a chance until the end of September to register for that. We're going to make that drawing. So be sure and do that. Come on over. Just be glad to make that available to you. It's going to be a wonderful event, I think. But again, my goal here is to be a resource to you, just like those conferences are going to be a resource to you, and to help you get started. So think through those pieces now. What do you need to build? What do you need to evaluate of what you do have built to sharpen a funnel online? All right, that's it. As always, what's your action step that you need to do, take from this, and implement? What is that? Write it down. Make time in the next 3 business days to take some action on that. Keep going. All right, this is Mike with the Halftime Mike podcast. Over and